Hello, my name is Lauren Johnson, and this is my application for the Desmos Fellowship. I'm going to share with you my favorite feature about Desmos, one of my favorite features, because it really depends on the scenario, and it's called Anonymize. So I'm going to screen share with you. Just give me a second. Okay, so assuming you already know how to log into the Desmos screen, you would start an activity. I've already started one, so we can have the student view going. So I'm going to go to my history and go to a card sort I did just this afternoon with my teachers. So as you can see, my teachers have already logged on and I have their names here, but I want to be able to share with them what everyone is doing. This is my sample demo student. And if I go to the student view here, you can see this is me. I am the demo student. And I have sorted my cards, but I've done something wrong. I have chosen 2 representations for my card 2 rather than 1. So as a teacher, it's really important to get students to see this. And I want to project to my students this view that I've done something wrong, but I don't want them to know that it's me. So there you can see from the teacher view, something's going wrong. So there's this button right here in the upper left-hand corner called Anonymize, and it's this silly guy with glasses and a hat. And this button, when you click it, it changes every single student's name to a famous mathematician. Now, one of the adjustments to this that I love is they took it away from being just a bunch of old white guys, and now they have a bunch of different nationalities and genders of mathematicians who deserve attention. So that's one thing I always like sharing with my students. Now, every time I share this with my teachers, they ask, well, does the student know who they are? So if we go back to the student window, you can see up here that I know exactly who I am, but no one else knows who I am. So from the teacher perspective, I can share this student who made a mistake that many make, and I did too many cards. And as a teacher, I can project that and say, hey, what's going on here? What did we do wrong? And quickly the students can fix this misconception. And so this is a really minor misconception, but a lot of times there are bigger deals. And depending on the students, they may not be as comfortable with sharing that they got something wrong. So the ability to project and anonymize their identity allows them to save face. As exciting as that is, like Simon Sinek would say, what's the why? Why is this so exciting? So I touched on it a little bit, but a lot of what I've learned is that building agency in the classroom is hard. You have to empower students to feel like they can participate in their environment, and you have to create a scenario or a feeling of being safe and sharing their mistakes and learning from each other's mistakes. And this doesn't happen overnight. So the Anonymize button does a really good job of allowing students to critique others' reasonings and really make sense while still allowing students to save face. It's a beautiful way to do math practice 3 in the classroom. One story that I have, my students were looking at graphing quadratics, and they had done an activity while I was on a sub day. And when I came back, I projected their responses up on the board, but I anonymized it. So they actually didn't know who they were. And we went through and we looked at all the different examples and we saw misconceptions. So we said, well, hey, what did this person do wrong? What's wrong with Aristotle's work? And we talked about it. And one of the students said, hey, I'm Aristotle. And it was this moment where I realized that my student felt comfortable enough to share that he was the one making the mistake and to explain his misconception to the class. So I had empowered him to not be afraid to make a mistake because we were analyzing the mathematics behind the mistake, not the student who made the mistake. It's such a powerful thing with such a simple button. So this idea of Desmos doesn't happen in just the Anonymize button. It happens everywhere. And what I like about Desmos is they carefully consider the pedagogical decisions behind them before they just create this beautiful tech. And that is why Desmos is incredible. And that is why I want to be a part of the fellowship. So I can learn all of these incredible decisions that happen behind the scenes and be a part of it. Thank you so much for watching. And I really hope I get to work with all of you. And thank you for making Desmos from the bottom of many teachers' hearts. Bye.